Ambassador Zethkar's 6 eyes blinked in perfect synchronization as he reviewed the intelligence reports flooding his neural interface. The Galactic Council chamber buzzed with nervous energy, its crystalline walls pulsing with bioluminescent warnings that had been active for the past 72 standard hours. The humans have done what? Chancellor Vexmos demanded, her serpentine form coiling tighter around her ceremonial perch. They've weaponized their entertainment industry, Zethkar replied, his voice carrying the weight of impending doom. Specifically, something they call social media. The chamber fell silent. Even the ever-chattering piplings ceased their harmonic discussions. In the 3,000 years since the Galactic Council's formation, no species had ever thought to turn recreational activities into instruments of warfare. Zethkar activated the holographic display, showing footage from the human colony ship, Persistence. The vessel hung in space like a metal tumor, broadcasting signals across 17 different frequency bands simultaneously. "Observe," he said grimly. The recording began innocuously enough. A young human female sat before a primitive visual capture device, speaking directly to the camera. "Hey everyone, it's Sarah from the Persistence, day 47 of our journey to the Kepler system, and things are getting spicy with our Zephyrian neighbors." General Crixton, the Council's military advisor, leaned forward. "Zephyrians? But they're the most feared warriors in the Outer Rim. Their battle fury is legendary." "Keep watching," Zethkar advised. Sarah continued her broadcast with an unsettling enthusiasm. "So apparently the Zephyrians think they can intimidate us by doing their whole death scream while wielding plasma axes routine. But here's the thing they don't know about humans." She paused for dramatic effect, and Zethkar felt his blood temperature drop. "We find that adorable." The chamber erupted in confused chatter. Adorable? The Zephyrian war cry had been known to cause psychological trauma in seasoned Valdorian shock troopers. "She's not finished," Zethkar warned. Sarah had produced what appeared to be a primitive data tablet. "I've been researching Zephyrian culture, and guys, they're basically space Vikings who never learned about therapy. Look at this." She displayed an image of a Zephyrian warrior in full battle regalia. "This is Commander Thakmor. According to their military records, he's killed over 300 enemies in single combat. But look at his little braided beard. And those tiny ceremonial skulls on his armor. I literally cannot even." The recording shifted to show Sarah's companion, a male human with an equally disturbing smile. "Tell them about the fan art, Sarah." Oh my gods, the fan art. Humans have been creating artistic interpretations of Zephyrian warriors, but with a fascinating cultural twist. They've been depicting them in what we call domestic scenarios. Grocery shopping, walking small earth animals called dogs, attending parent-teacher conferences. Chancellor Vexmos began hyperventilating through her gill slits. They're mocking the Zephyrians?" "It gets worse," Zethkar confirmed. The broadcast continued with Sarah explaining how humans had begun creating reaction videos to Zephyrian intimidation tactics. Apparently, human children found the war screams funny and had started imitating them during their play activities. Several human adolescents had choreographed elaborate dance routines to the rhythm of Zephyrian death chants. "But the truly terrifying part," Sarah said, her voice taking on an ominous quality, "is what happened when the Zephyrians sent their fear probe to test our psychological defenses." The recording switched to show the bridge of the Persistence. Captain Martinez, a weathered human with scars across half his face, was reviewing the Zephyrian message. The probe had been designed to instill primal terror. Images of Zephyrian warriors consuming the hearts of their enemies, recordings of their victims' final screams, footage of entire planets reduced to ash and bone. Captain Martinez watched, it all with the expression of someone mildly inconvenienced by a weather delay. Interesting, he mused. Send a response. What followed would be discussed in military academies across the galaxy for centuries to come. The humans didn't respond, with their own intimidation tactics or superior weaponry displays. Instead, they sent a compilation video. It started with human children giggling at Zephyrian war footage. Then it showed human teenagers doing comedy impressions of Zephyrian battle roars. The centerpiece was a group of human elderly individuals, their most vulnerable demographic, watching Zephyrian intimidation videos while providing commentary. "Oh, that one's trying so hard," commented an elderly human female as a Zephyrian commander threatened to devour human souls. "Reminds me of my grandson when he's having a tantrum." The compilation ended with a simple message. "Thank you for the entertainment. We'll be in your neighborhood soon. Please prepare more content. Our children are easily bored." Ambassador Zethkar paused the recording. The Zephyrian response was unprecedented. "They surrendered?" General Crixton asked hopefully. "They requested asylum," Zethkar replied. "The entire Zephyrian fleet, 3,000 vessels, their most elite warriors, formally requested protection from humans. Commander Thakmor personally sent a message begging the Council to make them stop being amused by us." The chamber was silent for several minutes. Finally, Chancellor Vexmos spoke in a whisper. "They didn't defeat the Zephyrians through superior firepower or tactical brilliance. They made them irrelevant." "Precisely," Zethkar confirmed. "Humans have somehow weaponized indifference. They've turned mockery into a strategic asset. They've made the galaxy's most feared warriors into a source of entertainment for their offspring." He activated another display, showing intercepted human communications from across known space. "This isn't an isolated incident. Humans are cataloging every species' intimidation tactics, cultural fears, and psychological warfare techniques. They're turning them into what they call memes." The display showed human interpretations of various galactic threats. Void Reapers, depicted as misunderstood emo teenagers, crystalline hive minds portrayed as overly organized soccer moms, and the dreaded Shadow Consortium reimagined as corporate middle management with poor communication skills. "They're not just immune to our psychological warfare," Zethkar continued. "They're turning it into content for their amusement networks. Every terror tactic developed over millennia of galactic warfare has become human entertainment." General Crixton's mandibles clicked nervously. "What do you recommend?" Ambassador Zethkar looked around the chamber at the assembled representatives of the galaxy's most powerful civilizations. These beings had conquered star systems, developed reality-altering technologies, and commanded respect through strength and fear for eons. "Complete surrender," he said quietly, "and hope they find us amusing enough to keep around." The holographic display showed one final image. A human child's drawing of various galactic species holding hands around a star, with the caption, "My New Space Friends," written in crayon at the bottom. The Council voted unanimously. Outside the chamber, Sarah from the Persistence was already uploading her latest video. "Galactic Council reacts to human diplomacy. You won't believe what happens." Next! The view count was climbing rapidly.